Hi, subscribers and friends of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to your Cricket Happenings show with your host Ram. And well, I'm going to take you to an exciting match which is going right now happening. Now, I know this is not this is an A match which is happening. This is happening in the Tri Series in Zimbabwe, where South Africa A is taking on Australia A. And the match is absolutely very well poised. This is the fifth match in the Tri Series at Harare, which is being played between Australia and South Africa A. It was South Africa A who actually took first strike on this wicket here at the Harare Sports Club, and they made 298 runs for 7 wickets. Good contributions coming from Jax Rudolph, the captain, who made 90 of 102 balls with 7 fours and 1 6. Van Dier made 60 of 57 balls with 5 fours and 1 6. Rosu, the very talented cricketer from South Africa, probably might be playing in international colours in the future. 52 out of 55 deliveries with 3 6s and no boundaries, and 24 from Van Jaarsveld, and Real of Van der Merwe, the all-rounder, thrashing 40 of just 30 deliveries, 2 4s and 2 6s. It was an unbeaten 40 there, which enabled South Africa to score 298 for 7 in the 50 overs. Bowling figures doesn't make any much happy reading. The pace bowlers got taken for runs. Copeland 7 overs for 55. Michael Mitchell-Starc 8 overs 45. Lyon was costly today, no wickets for him, 7 overs 48. 7 overs none for 34 for Luke Butterworth. 1 for 33 for Hastings. 1 for 34 for Steve O'Keefe, the spinner. 1 for 32 for David Warner. And Mitchell Marsh made 2 for 15. Now Australia A currently are 269 for 7, and they are requiring under 30 runs with 27 balls remaining. So it's very interesting. I hope I am there for the whole YouTube broadcast here to actually bring you there the result in this match. As far as Australia A were concerned, well, they had contribution. David Warner once again, at least I would say, going past the double figures. He made 22 of 17 balls with 3 4s. 39 from Aaron Finch, who made 39 of 44 balls with 3 4s and 2 6. The highest scorer being Mitchell Marsh, who made 72 good runs of 73 balls, 7 4s and 1 6. And Callum Ferguson, the cool head and the cool cucumber, is there, not out on 61 of 64 balls with 4 4s and 1 6. Tim Payne, the captain, was out for 33, 19 from Butterworth and 11 from Steve O'Keefe. Hastings right now, the score, as I said, is 269 for 7 for Australia A. They need under 35 runs with another. Let me just refresh this and see what exactly is the situation. In fact, the score has moved on to 273 for 7. Courtesy, there was a very good 6 by Callum Ferguson. So Callum Ferguson hitting a 6 there, and Australia A are 273 for 7 currently. And they require another 26 runs with 3 wickets. So 26 runs in as many balls right now. So we are waiting. So I'll be just talking to you about that as and when things are going on. Well, I'm just refreshing the scorecard here to see what exactly is the situation right now between Australia A. Well, the score has moved on by 1. Mitchell-Starc is not out on 4. Callum Ferguson is the cool head who is still there. So Australia's hopes are really hanging there with Callum Ferguson. And as I said, this is going to be a close match. 25 runs with 25 balls remaining. A very close match. So that's the precise reason I wanted to actually talk to you about this. And I'm glad that I'm doing it right now. Just talking about the match here, Callum Ferguson is 66 not out of 66 balls, 5 4s and 1 6. Mitchell-Starc keeping him company, 4 out of 6 balls, 274 for 7 of 46 overs. So 4 overs still remain, and in the next 4 overs, Australia A require 25 runs to win the match. What a match it is going to be. Mitchell-Starc is giving him company there. The bowlers, Craig Alexander has been impressive, but he has been costly. 9 overs, 67 runs and 3 wickets, and Vernon Philander has bowled 8 overs, 1 for 38. I'll come back to that later, as and when any moment is there in the match. Well, one thing that I would like to tell you, dear fans, is that tomorrow is the clash between India and West Indies at Dominica and Roseau. This is the third and final test of the series. India leading the series 1-0. West Indies get an opportunity to square the series tomorrow, if at all they would. Dominica Roseau would be making history tomorrow when the first ever test match is going to be played at this ground. Well, we have seen that one-day matches have been played in the past in this particular place, but test matches have never been placed. So it's a newly renovated stadium, and there would be some surprise element for sure. They say that there's going to be a lot of pace and bounce, and as Rahul Dravid, the Indian player actually mentioned that this pitch, this time the West Indies tour, whatever pitches they have encountered, has been the most difficult as played previously. So that really says it all. Says the youngsters, the Indian youngsters have really had a real test there in the West Indies, and one can only give them credit. Abhinav Mukund has been looking good. Virat Kohli and Murali Vijay have lost their places into the England tour. But that's a very good comment coming in from Rahul Dravid, saying that how you have to weather, in the sense the youngsters it would be a very great learning experience for them. In the meanwhile, let me see what's happening there between Australia A and South Africa A. The Australia A, South Africa A right now. Well, there is a wicket gone. The 8th wicket is gone for Australia A. And Philander has clean bowled Callum Ferguson. So now I think it is absolutely tilting South Africa A's way, because Callum Ferguson, as I said, cool as a cucumber, a cool head, has gone. So that is actually dimming the hopes for Australia A right now, with Trent Copeland walking in and Mitchell Starc is still there, not out on 4 of 6 deliveries. Callum Ferguson, it's a very, very vital wicket that the South Africa A have taken. And Philander got the credit, as Callum Ferguson was clean bowled by Philander for 66 of 67 balls, 5 fours and 1 6. So right now, the score has moved on by, in fact, the score has moved on by 1 run, as Trent Copeland is off the mark right now with a single. Australia A 275 for 8 in the 47th over. Another 24 runs required of the next 22 balls, but only 2 wickets remaining. So I think it is trending. It is absolutely tilting South Africa A's way. But what an interesting match we are having here at the Harare Sports Club. So just continuing, so tomorrow is the match, and what is going to be very interesting is how the Indian batting. Well, it has been doing well. One has to see how the West Indies batting is going to cope up with the Indian bowling, because they always been conceding the lead to India in all these matches. So probably they would like to do very well, and actually probably they have a last opportunity here to square the series. And also there's tomorrow is the last and the fourth one-day international between Sri Lanka and England, where Sri Lanka and England, Sri Lanka are leading the series 2-1. So England would like to square the series tomorrow. Alistair Cook would definitely love to do so. In the meanwhile, I'm still looking at the match at the Harare Sports Club, where Australia A are playing South Africa A, and the match, as I said, is well poised. The 47th over in progress right now. Mitchell Starc is not out on 4, and Trent Copeland is not out on 1. We are still waiting there, as the second delivery of the 47th over has been bowled, and which results in no run. So we are still waiting. Mitchell Starc is 4. Now, just talking about Sri Lanka, England, Kumar Sangakkara in the MCC spirit of cricket has actually come out with very strongly against the Sri Lankan cricket administration, telling that they need to really pull up their socks and probably he has exposed the Sri Lankan cricket administration, but he has come very strongly in that. Well, that is until Misbah-ul Haq has also sounded a sort of a note to the Pakistani cricket players, saying that they have to really read into the cricket contract which is there and then sign the documents. And also they say that whenever the Pakistani players actually play in the English county cricket, the Pakistan Cricket Board does not give them a retainer fee while they are away. That is also something that Misbah-ul Haq has pointed out. And Misbah-ul Haq has also said that a players association has to be formed. In the meanwhile, there's another wicket gone there. In fact, South Africa are slowly inching towards victory, I would say here, as Mitchell Starc has been clean bowled by Philander. So Philander has been doing the trick there. Philander has clean bowled Mitchell Starc. First he bowled Callum Ferguson. Now he has clean bowled Mitchell Starc. Mitchell Starc is walking for 4. Nathan Lyon, the number 11 batsman, is entering. And I think South Africa A probably are going to win this match now. There are 24 runs still separating them. 21 balls remaining. 1 wicket remaining. What a match we are having here at the Harare Sports Club in the Tri-Series in Zimbabwe. The required run rate is 7.20. South Africa A 298 for 7, Australia A 275 for 9 currently in the 47th over, and the match looks absolutely interesting. But I don't know whether I'll be able to go through this whole YouTube broadcast. Probably you can keep an eye on the website and see what else is happening. Unfortunately, I will have to wind up this Cricket Happening show for now. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram saying goodbye. Thank you.